Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today brought some really fun news. Rush Hour 4 and Bad Boys 4 both have been confirmed that they are in the works. So I'm going to start with Rush Hour 4 first. It stars Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. So this confirmation was made by Jackie Chan during the Red Sea International Film Festival, where he revealed that they are working on the fourth edition of the popular action comedy franchise, but he said the script wasn't confirmed yet. So originally, you guys remember that the first one came out in 1998 and it was a huge hit. And it was about, two mixed matched cops from different sides of the world. And they came together and it was an instant success. Chris Tucker was hilarious, playing Detective Carter from the LAPD. And, he was talking about how his dad was a cop and both of their fathers were cops, actually. And then we had Jackie Chan playing Inspector Lee from Hong Kong. And both of these men came together and just hilarity ensued. Like, Chris Tucker had iconic lines throughout the movie. I'm not sure if they're still going to have the same type of script. Like I said, Jackie Chan said it wasn't written correct, or it wasn't written yet, but he did confirm that they are working on it. So I'm definitely looking forward to that because I loved Rush Hour 1. Of course, where the ambassador's daughter was kidnapped and, she's like, push the button. And she was like singing Mariah Carey and it was really funny. And then they went back and forth from LA to Hong Kong and they had just crazy adventures. I'll say that all throughout their series. And it was a lot of fun and very action packed and very funny because Chris Tucker, he's hilarious. He's one of my favorite comedians. And then, of course, Jackie Chan, he does all of his own stunts. So he's a very well known stunt man. I think both of them have a net worth of hundreds of millions of dollars just from this series alone. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't I don't blame them for coming back and doing a fourth movie in this series. If Fast and Furious can make a million, then they can make four. So I'm really looking forward to that comedy. They both bring everything to the table, and it's, like I said, one of my favorite series growing up as a kid. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, I cannot wait to see, the plot lines and the storyline, the character arcs. Hopefully, maybe they'll have some wives or children introduced. Who knows? But when I get some details, I will definitely let you guys know. And speaking of a fourth edition in the movie series, today Will Smith met up with Martin Lawrence and on social media and confirmed that Bad Boys 4 is back. So, congratulations to Will Smith and Martin Lawrence because this is another film that has done huge numbers. And they were joking around saying, that their their third movie was called Bad Boys for Life, and they're like, we should have waited for this one since it's the fourth one. But they said they're gonna just, I guess, call it Bad Boys 4, which is fine because, again, with this film had an amazing soundtrack. Rush Hour did too with Jay-Z, but this film soundtrack was out of this world with P. Diddy and Nelly and everybody involved in that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to, Will Smith coming back strong after, the whole thing with the Oscars. And he was just, his character was like maligned, and not saying that he was right, because of course, he apologized and he recognized what he did was wrong. But people were acting like he killed, Chris Rock on stage. Like, I mean, he lost his temper. It happens. People make mistakes and you move on. For, a lot of comedians like Louis C.K., who just recently sold out Madison Square Garden, and, Kevin Spacey, I think he's supposed to be making a comeback. Like, they, complain about cancel culture all the time. But the thing is, if you are complaining about cancel culture, then your voice is not silenced. Okay. If you have a huge audience, you're still selling out, Madison Square Garden and huge venues, then obviously people can still hear you. You still have a platform. You still have a podcast. You still have, you know, whatever the case may be, your career is still thriving. Just because some people don't like an action that you did in the past doesn't mean that you're quote unquote canceled. And so Will Smith, when he was promoting his movie Emancipation, he said that, you know, one thing that he didn't want was for the other cast members and the director to, you know, be maligned, have their character maligned, and suffer the consequences of his actions at the Oscars. And I agree. I feel like, you know, enough time has passed. I think that him being banned for 10 years was even, that was a bit harsh, but he did slap somebody on live TV. So, you know, whatever the case may be, the consequences are what they are. But he's apologized and we move on. So, with that being said, Bad Boys was one of my favorite movies growing up. I definitely had a huge crush on Will Smith, as I'm sure most people did, when he was in Independence Day with Vivica A. Fox. He was a fox. and, and yeah, I just, you know, they both look really great. I think that they are thriving. Martin Lawrence is a comedic legend as well in his own right, hosting, you know, Def Comedy Jam and having his own sitcom on network TV on Fox. And, you know, of course, Will Smith first got in the game as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And so just recently, I feel like somebody said his partner, DJ Jazzy Jeff, who was also on the sitcom with him, and, you know, their famous, infamous shake, their handshake, where they, you know, slap each other five and then they, you know, kind of thumb it out on the side over their shoulder. But yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, they came out when they were like teenagers, like 18. I think he said he made his first millions. And he did that in Philly because the Philly, you know, Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl and they're both from Philly. And so he did the handshake with Jalen Hurts, who I'll make another video about the Super Bowl later on. But yeah, I love seeing that, you know. Somebody was like, oh, I didn't know that, you know, Jazzy Jeff was a real DJ. I just thought that was a stage name from his time, always getting thrown out of the mansion on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And come to find out, no, he was a real DJ. I mean, from way back when they first came on the scene with Parents Just Don't Understand, that was way, way, way back in the day. But, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff were the first people to win a Grammy in the rap edition. I think so. I think he was the first rapper to ever win a Grammy in history. So shout out to Will. I mean, just to have that longevity from being 18 into 50 something and just now getting in trouble, like, because he's had a squeaky clean image for decades, okay? And he's been a movie star for a very long time. So shout out to Will. He's allowed to make a mistake and move on. I'm looking forward to both of the Bad Boys series and the Rush Hour series. You know, I cannot wait to see again what their plot line is, what their storyline is. You know, the first one was iconic, and they're all set in Miami actually, so they don't move. I wonder if they're going to actually change locations. Like Rush Hour went back and forth between LA and Hong Kong, but Martin and Will keep it in Miami for every single movie. So maybe they'll stay consistent. Maybe they'll switch it up. Who knows? I know the third one had a different cast than the first two. And who knows? I'm really looking forward to seeing again what they have in store for these upcoming movies. But I am excited because I really like to see, older actors continue to work, and just them bringing back really good movie series that bring joy to people. Nostalgia always brings joy. Your childhood memories going to the theater, eating popcorn with your friends and just, having like bomb soundtracks. I can't wait to hear what the music is for both of these movies coming out. So drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your favorite aspects of each of the movies, Bad Boys 4. And are you going to see Bad Boys 4? Are you going to see Rush Hour 4? Let me know which is your favorite. I want to hear from you guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing both. And of course, I'll drop and give you guys some recap videos once I see them. But yeah, I'm excited. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk with you later. Take care.